welcome to Living with the Landspeeder, where we Star Warsify Disney parks one attraction at a time. I'm your host, Ryan, joined by my good pal, Katrin, and
hi,
our other good pal, Derek.
That's my name.
Frank. First name Derek, middle name V, last name Frank.
That's not correct.
Look it up online.
I have 3 first names.
Oh,
yeah. Yep.
Derek the Frank.
The Derek the Frank.
The Derek the Frank.
You had to dig through my archive of my artist page on Facebook, and you'll find it.
Yeah, it's probably not gonna find
it. Douglas. That's it.
Dougie, as his friends call
Dougie Fresh. Actually, Douglas is my middle name.
There you go.
You figured it out. The archives worked.
Or I just guessed.
Wow, that's a pretty obscure guess.
He thought you looked like a Douglas.
I thought you kind of looked like a Douglas, to be exact. Like Doug Funny.
Dougie. Okay, here we go. We're back.
Hey, everybody. There's listeners.
Oh, hi.
Hey,
like right now, there's listeners.
Yeah, just leave a note in the chat.
We do probably have some guests coming up.
Oh,
not tonight.
Oh,
but coming up. I was on another podcast,
and
they want to come on our show. So
wow,
so that should be fun. That should be fun.
Yeah,
aren't you excited?
I'm excited. I don't know who they are, but I'm excited.
Jedi Talk podcast.
Excellent.
Yep, I met them through the Star Cruiser. But anyways, okay, let's get started because Derek has to leave here in a few days. So we want to make sure we get done with this recording before he has to leave and go to Disney.
Yes, true story.
We thought we would do something different tonight. We're not going to focus on one attraction. We're going to focus on a very special day, the Star Wars fandom. It's coming up. It's a Sunday.
Life Day, yes.
No, it's a Sunday. May the 4th be with you.
Revenge of the 5th.
Yes. So, but before we get to that, we'll get some news in. So, Katrin and I are going to do May the 4th, and then you're going to do Revenge of the 5th.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. There we go. Hit the music, Katrin.
News. We got news.
Do we have a lot of news? There's not much news.
I don't know.
I took my son to see Revenge of the Sith.
That's mine. You just stepped on my toes.
Whoa! You took my son to see Revenge of the Sith?
No, you said I get the Revenge of the Sith, the 5th. The movie in the theater.
The theater.
That was my story. Fine. I don't even want to do it now.
We can both do the same story at the same time. Ready? 3, 2, 1. We went to. Come on, you gotta do better than that, Derek. It was fun because he hadn't, he's seen very few Star Wars movies in the theater. So I said, we're going XD, big screen.
Cool.
So that was fun. They had the D-box things there that move all around, but I didn't want to pay $21. So we didn't sit in those.
Yeah.
We sit in recliners and they were nice. And we got a Thunderbolts popcorn bucket that had a helmet on top of it that you could wear.
Excellent.
Because why not? It was pretty cool, though. He was like, "Oh, that's a cool popcorn bucket." Oh, there we go.
It's a topper, a popcorn bucket topper, right? And
it's got like a tin metal popcorn bucket, and then on top of it was a helmet.
Yeah.
So you could open up the helmet and like you're eating out of his brains, and then take the helmet off and sort of put it on your head if your head's not too big.
I'm gonna go see Thunderbolts in the theater next week.
Ooh, I want to
Vegas. And we're going to go to a Cinemark. So I've got tickets for an XD. I didn't want to get D-Box. I'm like, I don't think I want to do that. And plus, it was on a Tuesday. So it's that we're going. Yeah. And it's discount day. So it was $10 for a regular ticket. So I was like, awesome. Yeah.
I've heard it's heart-wrenching.
Great. Yeah, I went and saw Revenge of the Sith by myself at a local theater here. And it was great. It's like a family-owned theater, but it's really nice. So it was like, I think it was like $9. Nice. They didn't have the popcorn bucket though. I was a little bummed at that. I really wanted the popcorn bucket, but
they were out of the Star Wars ones at ours. but that's why I got the Thunderbolts one.
And I almost went to Flick's Brew House instead. So I was like, I can have some beer and some Revenge of the Sith. But I was like, no.
No.
There you go.
No.
I'm just going to.
Was it as good as you remembered and hoped for?
It was. It really was great, especially when Hayden Christensen and Samuel L. Jackson walked out. That was really neat. Oh,
they didn't walk out at yours.
I didn't say it mine. I just said it was cool.
Yeah,
when they
it was cool, and they walked in the movie. Or something.
Yours had a thing at the beginning though with Hayden Christensen, right?
Yeah,
where he talked. That was cool.
Yeah, no, I loved it, and I still remember where I was when I saw it the first time. So in theater, so it was really cool. It was a really fun experience.
Yeah. Nice. It's a good one to see in the theater. It's a good one to see on the big screen.
Definitely.
So we enjoyed it. Grant had a blast. So what's the next one going to be? I'm trying to think. What will be the next re-release?
I don't know.
Big anniversary.
Rogue One. 10-year anniversary.
Yeah.
Wow.
I wonder if they'll do it for that. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't know.
We shall see. Also, that day I got an announcement or an email saying, "Congratulations, you are
good.
doing it." No, congratulations, you have been chosen to be a vendor at HowcyCon.
Oh, yeah.
So October, I'll be at HowcyCon, selling all my wares, all my camera crystals and stuff. So that should be fun. It's like a sold out event. So there we go.
Yeah, that's around the same time I'll be there, right? Like
we'll be there at the same time.
I think it's towards the end of my trip. So yeah.
I think yeah. When did your trip end?
We're there the 11th to the 17th.
Okay, yeah, it's like that weekend.
Yeah.
So I think I fly in on that Wednesday.
Nice.
Yeah, because that was the cheaper flight. Not cheap.
Cheaper.
But cheaper.
There you go.
I wanted to get my flight before the whole Southwest changeover debacle.
Ugh.
So
it starts in January. The flights that start in January. That's when they're going to do this.
I thought it started in May.
I thought the baggage thing.
Well, the baggage things that start May, but the new like reserve a seat kind of thing is in July or January.
This will probably be one of my last flights on Southwest coming back from Miami. I'm flying down on Allegiant, but I'm flying back on Southwest. It will probably be one of my last.
Yeah.
I'm not happy.
Yeah, nobody is. So you're getting ready to go down to Disney. You're going to miss the May 4th activities.
I am.
But you'll get there right after, and you'll get to do some Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, so I'm going down on the 9th, and I already booked my lightsaber experience. So I'm going to be doing the limited edition as long as they still have them, which I don't foresee them not having them.
I don't know. Depends on how much they've salvaged from around the galaxy.
Yeah, we'll see. So either way, I'm still going to do it. Even if they're out of it, I'm still going to do it again. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. And also like just, the new popcorn buckets. The only problem I'm going to have is that I'm taking the Bright Line down to Miami right after that to get on a cruise ship that I'm working on. And I can't just take all of these popcorn buckets. I'm really excited they're bringing them to Disney World and not just Disneyland, but
just wear them around your neck.
I might have to mail them.
Wear them around your neck. Yeah. Big necklaces. Be the talk of the ship.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you see that guy with all them popcorn buckets?
I'll tell Derek Huff, hey, you want a popcorn bucket? Get it signed by your sister for me. He's on the boat. Sorry. That's why. Sorry. Otherwise, like, that's really left field, Derek. No. He's on the boat. Like, she does all the specials. It doesn't anymore, because it was getting super weird.
I was looking today at what all they're going to have, and there were some things I hadn't seen before, but like there's some food items as well that they're going to have, like the Battle of Hoth Macaroon. Have you seen this?
Mm-hmm.
It looks pretty cool. And then, of course, they've got the Wookiee cookie for a while, right? But then there's the Chosen One cooler and the Sith Lord libation.
That's
That have-
definitely mine.
that have a swizzle stick in them. That's a lightsaber.
Lightsaber,
Yeah, I know. I was just talking to our good friend Meg from Painted Tusk, and we were like, maybe we should do a live at like Oga's or somewhere in Galaxy's Edge and build some of the what are the new Lego? Let me look.
There's a bunch coming out.
The brick heads.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and she's like, we should do one. We should do that live. I'm like, that sounds fantastic. and our good friend David Dollar is going to be down there at the same time too. So it's just like it's a party.
It's a party.
It is a
Except for us.
party. Oh,
Sounds
fun.
fun.
I'm doing the monorail bar crawl on the 9th.
Nice.
Sounds fun.
You need to try to get the Mythosaur as well.
Ooh.
Mythosaur, whatever.
It's sour.
It's a sour.
It's got passion fruit orange and guava juice with a splash of whatever. But
Sounds
it,
like
it
90% of their drinks.
yeah, exactly. But it looks super cool. The cup you get it in, so
Yeah,
or with it.
I like diabetes.
You just
So
keep
much
cupping.
sugar.
There's a few lightsabers they're releasing. All like
Yeah.
sets basically. Well, they have one that's not a set. The one from the Acolyte. I think that's the only one that's not a set.
Mm.
Because they're doing Balin and the girl, I forgot her name.
Not worth remembering.
But they're coming with special blades that will be orange. So that's something they haven't had before.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so that's sort of cool. And then I saw today somebody got a package from Disney showing off some of this stuff. And this hadn't been announced, I don't think, but they're going to have the probe droid. You can buy like a big, like a Droid Depot, like probe droid that's like
Nice.
this big.
Really?
And it's like has a mode on it that'll like guard your room and like look around. And
Yeah.
it looks cool. I
Probe
sent you, yeah,
Yes,
on
please.
TikTok. I sent you the video, Derek, on TikTok. There's a guy showing it off. It's cool looking. It's pretty big.
Yeah.
So that's cool. So there's some stuff coming out. I mean, and there's some kyber crystals from Iron Geek Shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
So and some cases. I'm gonna have some cases you can store your kyber crystals in.
Ooh.
And a set that you can take the kyber crystals apart and change the colors out.
Man,
Amazing.
look at this guy.
All that's coming soon. While I'm trying to fill all the other orders I have, I'm like doing orders and then doing stuff for May 4th. Sort of like Christmas, May 4th, I guess.
Yeah. If
Black
only we
Friday.
had a way to really celebrate May the 4th.
Something in the parks, like a big ordeal. Because that's the one thing. I mean, I like going to May 4th. I've been the past couple of years. But it seems like every year it gets less and less and less. More merch to buy, but less like special things to do.
Well, that's when I was trying to research for this. I was trying to figure out what it's called and what they do, and I couldn't find anything.
Yeah, it's just merch.
All I
now,
found was the
basically.
merch. Yeah.
Merch and food. That's
And
it.
really, this year, it's really focused on Disneyland anyway.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bummer, but like I just saw today, like the crowds at Disneyland were like capacity crowds, which never happens.
Yeah.
Especially this time of year. So that's interesting to see Disneyland so busy. In Disney World, not.
Yeah. I wonder why.
I mean, they're still busy, but not like. I know. Well, maybe there's something epic going on.
I don't know. It sounds like it, maybe.
Speaking of epic, let's do our own. No.
So tonight, what we're going to do is we're going to take our May the 4th celebration and we're going to make it a celebration.
We're going to Star Warsify it.
We're going to Star Warsify it because if you think about it, it's sort of, I mean, it's Star Wars. I guess it's merch and stuff, but there's we're going to make it bigger, better. I don't know. I've got notes.
Oh,
I do too.
well, good. I don't.
What? You had notes on the screen when I came into the chat.
Well, that was an article I was reading.
Oh. Now I feel foolish.
What's the article?
Oh, it was the May the 4th stuff.
Oh, okay.
What I was reading to you all a while ago.
I wish they would bring back like Star Wars weekends for May the 4th. That would be cool. But they won't do that anymore for some reason. Now that they own Star Wars, it's like we're not going to do that. Because when they did the Star Wars weekends, they didn't own Star Wars, right? That was before. Yeah, that was before they took over.
Yeah.
But when they took over, they're like, yeah, we're not doing that anymore. But
That's
now
why
they're going to tonight because we're going to make it big and better. Who wants to start? You want me to start?
Sure.
I've decided to make this truly epic. We're moving it to Epic Universe. No. I'm going to make this Walt Disney World wide. There's going to be something going on in every theme park. So 4 theme parks. Not counting the water parks. I guess I could have added the water parks in. That would have been fun. Could have had like a Naboo night at Typhoon Lagoon or Hoth night at Blizzard Beach, but that's not included. So anyways, we'll start at the main park, the one that started it all there in Walt Disney World, the Magic Kingdom. Of course, we're going to bring Hyperspace Mountain over. Right? That's just one I'm bringing over from Disneyland. And Pirates of the Caribbean will be called Pirates of the Outer Rim, starring Hondo Ohnaka. So that's going to be sort of rethemed. I was toying with maybe Small World being rethemed with Ewoks or something, maybe. Of course, a projection fireworks show. So that's going to be, and then you'll have all your food and everything. So that'll be Magic Kingdom. So Hyperspace Mountain, Pirates of the Caribbean, maybe Small World, projection fireworks show. Epcot is going to have the Galactic Food and Wine Festival with pop-up cantinas located throughout the park.
All right.
So that's just going to be the big party place. Epcot is just going to be like a big cantina Star Wars party.
Like a big Coruscant party. Like a wedding party.
Like a wedding. Yeah, we didn't talk about Andor.
You guys haven't seen them all. I don't want to talk about it then.
It's too many.
I saw the wedding party. That was funny. She's like, forget this. I'm drinking the night away. Anyways. So pop-up cantinas I thought would be cool throughout Epcot. So it's sort of like a mini food and wine festival, but all the food and the beverages will be Star Wars themed or from Star Wars somehow. You like that idea? Yeah, that's a good idea, right? Thanks.
There you go.
Animal Kingdom will have the Wookiees and the Ewoks hosting a celebration at the Tree of Life with the projection showed in the night. I was trying to think of something to do on the lake there. Maybe you guys could help me out because they have that big lake there. And I was like, what can we do for like a Star Wars thing that night on the big water that has the big amphitheater that nobody sits at anymore? But I couldn't think of anything that caught my...
Be like a really cool boat show where they have boats going around instead of the kites. They have like Ewoks like flying, parasailing, and then they're throwing rocks at the crowd.
Oh, got violent.
and then
Pandora could be like transformed in like Felucia or something. That would be
that'd be really.
We
cool.
haven't done that ride yet, so we can't. Don't go too much.
Well, this is just for May the 4th.
Yeah.
It's like it's Animal Kingdom, but just a party overlay. So they're just...
Well, you're talking about rides too.
Yeah. No, not the rides, just the land. Like it could be like Felucia. And then you have the water thing.
You could do kites still if you want to and do like X-Wings and TIE fighters.
That actually would be really cool.
Kind of flying those around, and if they crash, it's okay. It's like it's part of the show.
They crash like
those birds did, or whatever that was.
Baloo or one of the
Cousin Louie.
Yeah, it just crashes into the crowd.
Yes, that'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That'd be, okay, and then, I'm in for that.
And then Hollywood Studios. All the characters are going to be out roaming around. There's all of them. It doesn't
like
matter.
it should have been.
Like it should have been. There's going to be characters roaming around. There's going to be live shows happening that were supposed to happen. So you'll have musical shows. You'll have stunt shows. It'll feel more like you're in. This park will be the one where it feels like you're totally in Star Wars. With
Star Wars Studio.
Yeah. So there'll be, maybe different sections of the parks will have different characters. So you may have like the original trilogy over here, the sequels over here, the prequels over here, other shows, and then backstage that's where we'll keep the acolyte characters. Sort of back there.
In case somebody might like
In case somebody wants to see them.
And then Plagueis goes.
He's
just like looking around. Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
It's like an animatronic that just goes.
Hey, is that Gene's guy over there?
Somebody dressed up as Gene's guy for Star Wars Celebration.
I saw that.
They had like a column, and then it was really funny. So that's sort of, each park is going to have its own little celebration. So it's going to make you want to go to everything. So maybe it's going to be like a week-long park, so you can a week-long party. So you can go from thing to thing.
Star Wars Days.
Star Wars Days.
Love it.
With a Z.
A Daisy.
Star Wars Days.
Days.
With a Z.
Yeah.
And everybody will be singing Yub Nub. It'll be blasted all over.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. That's my little.
You could do special things on the Skyliners, like either wraps, or if you could add things to them. I was going to say you could add things to them to make them look like vehicles, but they have to kind of squeeze in there.
Yeah, but I do think they missed an opportunity to not make them look like TIE fighters.
Yeah, I mean that could work because you're still just adding something to the sides. I mean, probably messes up the aerodynamics or something. Or
people dressed as aliens riding with you and just be like,
yes, characters everywhere.
Characters everywhere.
Someone robs you and they're like, "This is part of the show. Give me the money. Just shut up."
You wanna buy some death sticks? So just everywhere. It's just gonna be a big party.
Nice.
Like it should be. Not just merch. You could go and have fun and not buy anything because that's how big of a party it's going to be.
Would these be just throughout the whole day, or is it a special event? Like you got to buy a special ticket at these places? Is it after hours events, or is it?
No, we're just included. It's
all the time.
It's included with your admission, your ticket.
You're so generous.
I try. I'll upcharge them for other days, but for the Star Wars, hey, I want all the fans to experience it that have the money to buy a over $100 day ticket.
Right.
I think that's what they're priced now. I don't know. Yeah. You would know you're going. Anyways, so there we go.
Very good.
That's mine.
Wonderful. Well, I'll go next then.
All right.
All right. So mine is mine's just at Hollywood Studios because that's where it should be. And what?
It's where it should be.
We're Star Warsifying all of Disney World.
I mean, that's fine, but we're doing a nighttime spectacular. And what better place to have a nighttime spectacular than where all the Star Wars stuff is? But here's how it starts. Like one of my favorite memories of when they were doing that Star Wars nighttime spectacular at Hollywood Studios was that we did the Star Wars dessert party.
Yeah.
And the stormtroopers march you out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so kind of like that. But instead of the stormtroopers marching you out, the whole crowd is out there. Everything's going on. There are some characters walking around, but they're not any specific character. They're just like in-universe type people. And then all of a sudden, about 15 minutes before the actual show, the sun starts to set and you hear John Williams playing in the background.
Just John Williams.
His music. And out of nowhere, you hear an explosion. And then you start seeing the March of the First Order like it used to do every day, multiple times a day, but now it's at night. So you see Captain Phasma marching the First Order stormtroopers down Hollywood Boulevard and through the streets, through the crowd. And now you've got the whole crowd is electrified. And then you start getting Inquisitors going through the crowd and pulling people out. And they're pulling people out. And then a stage comes up from the smoke.
What?
And on that stage is all of your favorite Star Wars characters, just like when they used to do March of the First Order. Really, it's basically what it is. And so as that's happening, you start seeing the fire remnants are coming up on the buildings. And that's when everything starts to get really intense. And that's when the show starts. So you start having all kinds of drones and stuff flying overhead. They're making different shapes. There's actually some of those big drones that are like X-wings and Y-wings, and you've got all these battles going on, but then the projection shows start, and it starts in the order of the movies being released. Not any of this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, the whole 7, 8, 9. I don't like to even play that game, but they have to be there. It's fine because we have the first order. So you start, right from the beginning, from New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, then you get your prequels, and then you get those other ones. But you also get some you get some of the sprinkling in of Rogue One and Solo and the animated series a lot. Basically, that show that they already had, but they're just spicing it up even more. And then once the show's done and the fireworks kind of fade, you start hearing the John Williams music again, and the all of the characters start coming back out in the crowd and interacting with you. And then the whole park turns into Star Wars. So everything, not in Hollywood Boulevard, the lights have like different projector mappings on all the buildings, and you get completely immersed in the whole park. And all of the characters, all your favorite characters, are walking around all night, and there's wonderful food and drinks, and and a lot of pop-up shops with our favorite kyber crystals from IMK.
I keep waiting for them to call and be like, "Hey, I should have come do some pop-up shops." But
I wonder if you could, I wonder for like the farts, if you could go and set up a booth.
I bet it's really expensive, and you get, and I'm pretty sure you have to get like
you have to be
approval from Disney. So they'll probably be like,
"We sell these.
No.
Sell something like this." Yeah.
You brought up a good thing. Captain Phasma.
Mm-hmm.
Surely they still have the costume.
No, they threw him away.
Like,
no, that's
why
the thing.
Why don't they use her in just Galaxy's Edge? She could walk around with freaking First Order troopers.
I know. And honestly, like everything they did in that march every day, the March of the First Order every day, I watched it. I'd watch it like 2 or 3 times throughout the day. I loved it. It was the best part of those movies. It was the only thing I liked about those movies. And like, why couldn't they march through into Galaxy's Edge?
Maybe they just rented costumes from Party City and they had to send them back. But I mean, you'd think that Phasma suit is sitting around there somewhere.
Right.
And that would be a perfect thing because they already have the troopers out with Kylo, and then they have other troopers that are wandering around. So you could have Kylo and his troopers on one side of Galaxy's Edge, her and her troopers on the other side, so more people could see more characters.
Mm-hmm. Well, the big thing is that whole show had every character. It was called March of the First Order, but it had everybody. It even had Darth Maul in there. And no one had a problem with that being called March of the First Order and having every character. So they're starting to let up on this timeline thing in Galaxy's Edge. But let's go all in. Then Ryan, you're absolutely right. Like they have the costumes still.
Yeah, they got to, unless they sold them.
No,
like, well,
there's no way.
Get a tax write-off on these.
No, there's no way. They're probably sitting inside the Star Cruiser.
They sold them with, or they did the tax write-off with the Star Cruiser. They're like, what if we include this Captain Phasma costume? And they're like, yeah, we'll give you more money, more off on your taxes. Just keep it in the Star Cruiser. Just put everything in there.
I think you're onto something though with Phasma, and like Phasma was a great character,
and she's in that time period that they're so concerned about.
Mm-hmm.
So why did they not use her from the get-go?
Yeah,
maybe they had some technical difficulties with it or something. I don't know.
It's just a costume painted silver like the other ones.
I'm just saying.
That whole show was so good.
Yeah,
I miss it, and that was such a crowd eater. And yeah, that's a whole nother tangent. I mean, we all know, like, with Disney cheaping up with things and not doing more shows, and like the people of Hollywood, and Like, that's why the rides are so backed up. That's why there's so many crowds. I mean, yes, there's a ton of people there, but there's no crowd eater shows anymore.
Yeah. Right. There's about to be with the villains show.
We'll see, unless it's bad.
Like, and then
the Lightning McQueen show would have 10 people in it.
Yeah.
I know somebody who's in that is going to be in the new show.
Oh, good.
Amazing.
He was on the Star Cruiser. His name is Sage. And he finally got to announce that he's helped put it together and is going to be in it, I think.
Very cool.
So, great.
There we go.
All right.
There we go.
Katrin.
Yes. So mine is similar to Derek's.
Except for a giant helmet.
Except there's a giant helmet.
where the hat used to be.
There's no.
I was going to say it during Ryan's, but I didn't want to.
But I was trying to think about what the show is about and what they usually do, and I really don't care for all the projection mapping. Like, I mean, it's cool and all, but I thought it'd be cool to have an interactive event. And at first, I was thinking just Galaxy's Edge, but then you all convinced me it could be more than just that. It could be the whole park, So when you enter the park, you are assigned. You could be assigned either like you're with the Resistance or you're with the First Order or whatever you call, with the. But when you enter, you're part of the story. So it's kind of like entering the Halcyon or the Star Cruiser, because you've got characters everywhere, and maybe they're not even like ones but they're in costume in universe, and they may come up to you as like, do you know who this is, or have you seen this, or maybe they're First Order and they're like, have you seen this guy, and they give you this they've got this picture and they question you, and but then with the Resistance, they're trying to get you to help out with these little mini missions throughout the park, and it kind of culminates to the very end, but throughout the day there's maybe different we'll call them acts or whatever, or like shows, I guess that's a better word for it. So there's a show at different points in the park, and they can be with that whole story. And I guess my original thought was to keep it in the timeline that they have there, but it could be whatever. It could be the Resistance or the Rebellion or whatever the R word is for the Rebellion, Resistance, reconfiguration. I don't know. But and then there's a big lightsaber battle at the end or whatever, and good wins, and everybody gets to raise their lightsaber at the end of the show. At the end of the night.
Just a perspective.
That's right. But it would go out through the whole day, and then the main event would be at night when they have the ability to do all the lights and things. But you've got droids walking around, you've got people. There's a time where they need a distraction, so they just like on the Halcyon or something, where like over here and everybody make a noise over here so that we can go do this thing, and just make it this interactive show. I don't know. But
I like it.
Yeah. But you could have the bounties, kind of like the bounties, that you have there, but have some sort of activity you've got to do with the play app or with the bands.
And I think you're right on too. Look at how popular Jollywood Nights are, and it's not like a big spectacular. It's not a big fireworks show and projection. There's people, there's band, there's a couple bands playing, there's people interacting.
Yeah.
And I mean, they proved it with what was the elf in the parade that everybody loved?
Tally.
Tally. Poor Tally.
But like, they don't have to have specific characters. Just like you and I both said, that if you just have people that are in universe or in whatever, people will attach to that.
Right. Yeah.
And then you're building a whole new fan base on something else. Like, that's what I think all the parks are missing anyway, is that live one-on-one or small group entertainment.
Sure. Yeah. And that's what I think that's what people are saying is the best about Epic Universe.
Yeah.
Because that's what it's made up of. Those little interactions.
Yeah. I mean, just the dragons and everything, like, it doesn't take that much.
Yeah. One little spark.
Just need a spark.
That's right.
Inspiration.
You mentioned a band. There could be a Cantina band.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just have things throughout the day. Mine was just a one day kind of thing. But
see, I would do it probably like a nightly thing for a month.
yeah, that'd be cool.
Like the month of May.
I guess you'd have to, because not everybody would go. You wouldn't want everybody on the same day. So
that's why I had it in multiple parks.
That's right.
Spread it out because it feels so crowded.
Yep. I think the theme with all three of ours is that we want more character interactions.
Yes.
And that's why, like, you go to Galaxy's Edge, and when Kylo Ren, Stormtroopers, and Mando and Grogu go through, it draws a crowd. Every single time. People have their phones out, their cameras. It's popular. You can't tell me that the cost for what you're getting is that bad.
Yeah.
I mean, when you have rides that break down all the time, long lines, and Lightning Genie Fast Pass plus thing.
Is that the new name for it?
Lightning Genie Fast Pass.
Lightning Genie Fast Pass.
Multi-Fast Pass.
Lightning Genie Multi-Fast Plus Omega.
Omega.
Epic Pass. Like, yeah, I think that's what we're really missing with the parks right now. It's losing a lot of its soul.
Yeah.
Because it's just about rides right now.
Yeah.
It's all about rides. And I remember as a kid, everywhere you went was a show. I'll never forget standing in line at Splash Mountain, and there was a guy with a microphone as people were waiting in line, because this was before fast passes, even the paper ones. And he was singing "If You're Happy and You Know It." And he's like, "If you're happy, you know it, clap your hands." And then he started doing, "If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, go over to Small World. It's only a 5-minute wait." and then the whole crowd's laughing, and
yeah,
very, very small touches.
Maybe one day, maybe when they see how well Epic people are enjoying the people at Epic, they'll be like, "Hey, we should put more people back into the park."
Right.
That's what makes it so magical.
Right.
People.
That was the Disney magic, was the people, the ambiance, the interactions, the costumes, everything. And that's what Universal learned from.
Well, yeah, it's all ex-Imagineers.
Yep.
Yeah. So it'll come back around. Maybe.
Well, and Bob Iger stepping down in
but...
2026.
Yeah.
Oh. We're stepping in.
That's right.
Hey, Disney, call us.
The three of us. They call us the three-headed dragon.
Don't say dragon. That's the other place.
No, there's dragons at Disney. There's Maleficent.
They were supposed to be at Animal Kingdom. It's on the sign.
Yeah.
There's one at the 3:00 parade, right? The afternoon parade.
And one at Fantasmic.
I mean, the only problem I'm seeing, but one of the problems with Bob Iger stepping down, and this could be a news thing that we didn't talk about, is James Gorman, who is the CEO of Morgan Stanley, is going to be named the chairman of the board. And it's like, great, another financial institute.
Yeah.
It's the chairman of the board. Yeah. That's just what we need. We really...
Another money guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
I saw that Josh was filling in for him for something for Bob.
Yep.
So everybody's like, is he going to be? So I don't know.
I would think that he's probably one of the first in line, but also there's some other people that they've hinted about. I mean, we don't know. We'll figure it out. Whoever it is, I wish
we will figure it out.
Yes, we'll figure it out.
We'll send the smoke signal
and I love Michael Eisner, but Michael Eisner was not Michael Eisner without Frank.
You gotta have the two.
You had to have the two, and that's where I think that we're missing right now. It's like we're very much a giant figurehead, and then a bunch of smaller figureheads where it just needs to be about entertainment again.
Yep.
I agree.
And let's do that with Star Wars. We'll have Kathleen out. We'll have Iger out.
Yeah. And we'll run everything.
I'm ready. Give me a call. I used to love Bob Iger. I still don't. I don't have a major problem with Bob Iger.
I used to love him. I still don't. No. I don't love him.
It's just it's changing times and stuff, and Everybody wanted him to come back. I wanted him to come back. I think the majority of people did. Maybe not. A whole lot better than Chapek.
Well, yeah, but when they said he was coming back, I was like, I don't think this is going to end how you think it's going to end.
I think it's ending exactly how I think it was going to end, but I think I'd rather have him than.
Well, yeah, than Chapek. Yeah,
I think that was just an experiment to see how far they could push things, and they knew that we've talked about that theory.
Yeah. Go back to episode chapter 15.
Actually, start at 1 and listen to all of them again. That'll give you all the actual insight.
It'll give you all the details. And if you listen carefully to each episode or each chapter,
all the way through, there's secrets. And if you put all the secrets together, there is a code.
By the time we get to chapter
50,
magic is going to happen.
Magic. Yeah, absolute magic.
For the first person that finds it, all the codes.
You win.
Puts them together.
Somebody's got to actually like find something. Like, yeah,
you found it.
Good job.
You get a weekend with Derek.
Oh, sweet. I want that. Can I win?
You want a weekend with yourself?
Yep, that'd be great.
I guess.
I can't afford me. I'm too expensive.
You get a weekend with Douglas. You bring it back around. There we go.
There you go.
All right.
So what will you guys be doing on May the 4th? Anything?
I'll be driving.
Oh, yeah.
Back from Branson, Missouri.
I'll be hanging out at the house, cleaning the house up because my mom's coming to watch all of the animals, and she's hanging out. So I want to make sure that my house is presentable.
And I'll be sitting at a Matilda rehearsal. So there we go.
Nice.
We are going to go to Wonderworks, actually. So that'll be fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then the next holiday that we'll be celebrating is the 12th
of May. Yeah, I don't think there's anything.
Nothing?
Yeah, nothing. Mm-mm. Nope. Anyways, it's Ryan's birthday.
Yay. Derek said he's going to get me some headphones for my birthday.
Geez, someday I'm going to send them.
Because he refuses to play video games with me.
You're never on. I'm on all the time. I am on all the time. You are never on.
My son's on. He started playing Minecraft. And I must be old because I'm like,
you are.
I don't get it. I'm like, are you going to explore? He's like, no, I'm just sitting here building stuff. And I'm like, but you can go out and go places. He's like, nah, I'm just going to build a house.
You can't go too far if you're.
That's like saying
survival,
that if that's what he likes, that's like saying that kids that play
no,
with
it's
Lego
fine
are
that
wrong.
No, it's fine that he likes that.
What are you used to playing with Lego? You go outside and play in the dirt. You go
but
to
I'm
the
like,
floor.
I'm like, he's like looking around, and I'm like, what's that over there? Like, that looks cool over there. He's like, I don't know.
It's like, hey, I bet you there's a dead bird under.
But I had it on easy for him. And they're kept getting creatures and stuff coming, zombies and stuff.
Hordes.
Yeah, so then I put it on like peaceful. And now there's like nobody. I'm like, so is there any like people to fight? He goes, no, they're all gone now. That's on peaceful. I was like, so what do you do? He's just sitting here in my house. I'm like, okay.
I'm reading.
Need to turn it back up.
Yeah, I should put it on like when he's not looking.
Nightmare mode.
Yeah, he'd be like, why is there so many?
A little PvP never hurt anybody.
That's right.
But there we go. Yeah, I think there's a Fortnite. There's going to be Star Wars characters for May 4th.
Yeah, Darth Jar Jar.
I thought there was something else that was going to have Star Wars characters in it. I could be wrong.
And we were also getting the new Visions and
yeah,
and then the Cad Bane thing. And
yeah,
we have things.
We have things to do. More Andor, I guess.
Yeah. Not that you guys care. I'd love to talk about it.
I can talk about.
If you want to hear me talk about Andor, go over to Star Wars Jedi Chat podcast. There's so many Jedi Chat podcasts out here.
Right.
I've been hanging out with Ron on there and talking about Andor, so that's been fun.
Yeah. Well, good. Well, yeah. I could talk about 4 episodes of Andor.
No.
All or nothing with Derek.
Yeah.
Well, they're in groups of 3.
Yeah. One day.
One day more.
All right. Well,
One more
I guess that's it, right? We got nothing else.
That's it. We're done.
Make sure you check out Etsy I Am Geek Shop for the May 4th stuff.
Mhm.
Also, I'm still getting the travel agent stuff. I'm trying to get that going. So if you have questions about the parks, I've taken all the tests and I've been to the parks for many years. So reach out.
Just reach out.
Reach out to me, Ryan, at uponastartravel.com, and we'll talk about all the fun stuff coming to Disney for vacation planning and for Epic because in Universal, because they got some cool deals coming out too.
Yeah.
It's going to get more and more epic.
I mean, it's like basically open now.
Basically, yeah.
Basically.
They keep adding more people.
Yeah, and anybody can get a pass now to get in. So.
I'll be excited to see their grand opening. Like I won't be there, but I'll be excited to see if they like do something like
different,
spectacular to open it up with.
Yeah.
See, I thought about maybe going, but then I realized I haven't even been to see Harry Potter land at all. I haven't been to Universal since I was like 10.
Yeah,
but this one's it's okay. You could go to Epic, and it's like sitting in the 1940s, so it's before the Harry Potter stuff.
Nah, I'm good.
But the rest, I'm excited about the Dark Universe stuff, the monster stuff, the Nintendo World, even the How to Train Your Dragon looks amazing. So, I've heard that the nighttime stuff is cool, but they're only opening the park until 9. So for the nighttime stuff, it's only like right now, it's only
not
like
dark.
an hour, maybe, if that.
No, it's still just testing. They'll get there.
No, yeah, but that's what they've advertised the park being open 9 to 9 is going to be the park hours. I guess come fall and stuff, it'll start getting darker.
Yes, later on, but right now it's the days are getting longer, so it'll still be daylight at 9 o'clock.
So they just have like one, like the last 5 minutes, lights come on and one firework goes. We're like, good night, everybody.
Well, and did you see that there's the trees light up in a sequence to the house, and it's like the villagers are coming to burn the place down or something.
Oh, that's
what
cool.
I was reading. Yeah, I didn't.
It's a cool place. Disney's cool too, but this is new and cool.
They're being challenged right now. Let's put it that way.
But I'm excited also to see what lightsabers you build.
I'm super excited.
If you can't get if for some reason they've run out of the new stuff, what do you think you're going to build?
Well, let's see. Hold on. I've already got 2. So we got this is my first one.
Yeah.
There's the power. I don't remember the names.
Power at Control.
And then I got this one.
That one's not Peace and Justice. That's the other one.
The Guardian, or whatever. It's like Temple Guards. I don't know whatever.
What else? Forget it. I should know this. Peace and Justice, Power Control, Elemental, and that's the other one that I always forget the name of.
Yep. Peace and Justice looks boring to me, so I'd probably do Elemental. But there are different parts, even so you never know. Like,
I mean, you could do another Power and Control, and it's going to be completely different because that's version 1 that you have.
Yeah, exactly.
The version 2's got like the
not only version 1, week 1.
Yeah,
this was like actually it was day 2.
Man,
I'm still trying to think of the name of the 4th one.
Well, I'm going to look it up now.
Peace and Justice, Power and Control, Elemental, and
Bert and Ernie.
Blank and blank.
Bert and Ernie.
Peace and Justice, Power Control, Elemental Nature, Protection and Defense.
Protection and Defense.
It's Protection and Defense.
I knew it was another P word.
Thanks, Adrian.
Old Republic theme.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
And it's funny, the Protection and Defense was like my least favorite, but for some reason I have all the parts to that one. I didn't make multiple ones, but when they had the scrap things, you could buy like extra scrap. I was like, I'll buy some extra pieces. So now I have like all the parts for that one. So there we go. They're all
excellent.
Excellent.
Yeah, Peace and Justice just seems boring.
There was a couple.
In
of
general.
there was a couple of cool parts for the Pizza Joseph.
Yeah, in general. You're right.
Elemental. There was one of the emitters that I thought was pretty cool.
The new power. Yeah, I think if I did it another one, it'd probably be Power and Control because the new Power and Control are really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I
I like the new ones they're coming out with. I hope they keep them out for a while and they don't just disappear after May the 4th.
I still like Elemental. Those are neat.
Yeah, I like the version 1 Elemental better than the version 2.
The big Rancor tooth. My nephew got that.
Yeah, I have that. The version 2 Elemental is sort of weird. It's more plasticky.
Actually, Protection and Defense version 2 is really cool.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I like the version.
But this one's super sleek. Like I like it.
Yeah, I've got those.
I wouldn't do another one of those. I would do the Power and Control.
Cool. Yeah. Well, I hope you get the new one because I'm excited to see it. It's got the one that has like the not burn marks.
Like a scorching kind of thing.
Scorching on it. And it looks pretty cool. So hope you get it. How many are you building? 1, 2, 4?
One. Just one. Just one. I'm also like, how am I going to get this on a cruise ship? That's a non-Disney cruise ship. Like, but I'm gonna like have a video of me on the pool deck. Like,
hey, that'd be cool.
Be fun.
All right, good night, everybody.
Bye-bye.